From the San Diego Sports Arena, it's Major Indoor Soccer League action. Tonight, the San Diego Sockers host the Tacoma Stars. Hello again, soccer fans from San Diego. I'm Bob Robertson with John Best, and tonight, the Tacoma Stars tangle with a team with the very best win-loss record in the entire Major Indoor Soccer League. And John, the first night of a 1-2 punch against top teams for the Stars.
It's a great challenge, Bob. I think what professional sports is all about. The leaders in the Western Division tonight, and then back home tomorrow against the leaders in the East, the Baltimore Blast. It's really San Diego, a tremendously well-balanced club. And, of course, some of the great scorers in the league, Steve Zungel, Branko Segota. And if you look at it, there are four of their players that have really accounted for about 60% of their production. And that's Segota, that's Zungel, and then when you look at Wilrich and Quinn, you've really got a very, very balanced team, but scoring coming from a lot of different places.
John, I would think it would be an interesting matchup. Steve Zungel, the all-time greatest scorer in the history of Major Indoor Soccer League play, of any kind of indoor soccer league play, and 480-some goals coming in, 27 this year. Steve Zungel, the guy that they just kind of look to as the king of the game, and he will be out there tonight for the San Diego Sockers against Mats Johansson, making only his second start as goalkeeper in North America.
Yes, Mats, of course, came in against the Cleveland Force for us. And we all recall that game very well and hope it isn't going to be a repeat of that again tonight. Matson getting accustomed to the indoor game, the boards, has really come on well in practice. It's going to be a challenging game, but as I said at the beginning, I think it's the kind which you'll really look forward to in professional sports.
Now, we look at the players that you have mentioned with the San Diego Sockers, people who can put the ball in the back of the net. Kaz Dana, for example, the veteran Polish captain of their team, running along, still apparently able to score goals like a machine.
Well, yes, the midfield really is what makes the team tick. You look at Dania in there, Wilrich in there, Quinn, as we said earlier, and then Zungel. Zungel is going to stay up front, Segota will stay up front, but it's the midfield players which really make the whole thing happen. And, of course, there are one or two in there that we remember very well. Stevie Daly, that used to play for the Seattle Sounders, Brian Schmetzer, a well-known local player, and a very, very important part of their game is how hard these players work, how they play the ball forward to both Zungel and Segota.
On the other side now, the Stars are trying to bounce back from a one-goal performance, which is rare for them. It's a good scoring soccer team, and two men in the last outing at home had their scoring strings broken. Dale Mitchell, one of those. What happened to Dale? Where does he go now?
Well, I think when you look at the differences again, Bob, San Diego is an 8-year-old team. This is our second year, and we're still building, if you like. Performance tends to come in rushes. You find that you move forward, and then you have games which set you back a little bit. Unfortunately, on Wednesday, it was a little bit of a setback for us. But we expect the players to rebound, they're a quality squad, and get back on the scoring track.
Well, that's the story then. The team that is right now has the best win-loss record in the entire league, 14-4, the San Diego Sockers. Tonight here on their home field, hosting the Tacoma Stars, 7-12, 3 games better than they were a year ago at this very same time, and looking for a very important win tonight in the first of this 1-2 punch night. And we'll be back with the introduction of starting lineups and the start of tonight's action right after this. Well, the officials are on the field, John. The teams are moving out, and let's take a look at how they'll start out in tonight's game matchup between the Tacoma Stars and the San Diego Sockers here at the Sports Arena in San Diego. And Freddie Goodwin has put together a group tonight to start out that may surprise you just a little bit. Dale Mitchell's not a surprise. He will be one of the starters for the Tacoma Stars. Also starting out will be Ralph Black, but the player who may be a starting surprise tonight would be Wegerle if he is in the lineup tonight. If he's not, then McGuire would go instead. But the defensive unit for Tacoma will be Jimmy Sinclair and Ray Evans, the team captain, and Mats Johansson will be the goalkeeper for Tacoma. Now, for the San Diego Sockers, it'll be, of course, high-scoring Steve Zungel, Kaz Dana, the team captain, Gene Willerich, who also can handle that ball well. The defenders are Crow and Collier, and Jim Gorsek, a young man out of Portland, Oregon, will be the starting goalkeeper, and we're about ready to go. John, tonight's matchup, second meeting of the season between the two clubs. Last time they played, of course, San Diego won it 7-4. That back early in the season. And Mark Peterson got a couple of goals, and Dale Mitchell didn't get any in that game.
Right, yes. It was a really interesting game, Bob. As you recall, they went ahead early, San Diego, and then we battled back into the game, and in fact got it back to 5-4 in the fourth quarter. But unfortunately, Dania put it away rather quickly, and scored a goal to make it 6-4 and really iced it for them.
Speaking of ice, that's not ice, but it is water they're mopping up down there in front of the goal to our right, the San Diego Sockers goal. That is where the fog machine was during the introductions, John, and apparently the fog machine developed a little bit of condensation there, and they're trying to mop it up. That would not be a very good place to have slippery footing.
No, absolutely. It would be very, very dangerous indeed, obviously, for the goalkeeper. And as we're aware, with artificial turf, if it does get wet, it can become very, very slippery. Traction becomes very difficult because, of course, the players won't be wearing shoes, which would suit a wet.
Anderson will start on the front line along with Dale Mitchell and Ralph Black, and the Stars kick it into action and immediately put the ball in deep, but it's headed away at the defense, and running onto the ball there is Kaz Dana along the near boards, the attacking left side. They will go back to Gene Woolrich. He's part of that engine room midfield that makes things run, and they like to change players rapidly in midfield. You'll see some of Steve Daly, the former Seattle Star, as he'll be in there in that midfield as well. That's Mora with the ball, dropping it back to Captain Dana. And Dana, who is the veteran of this team, one of the older players in the league, plays it down the left wing. The San Diego Sockers in the white jerseys and dark shorts, yellow socks. They get the ball out in front. Dana runs onto it as it ricochets off to the right, drives it. Down goes Johansson to make the stop. And it comes out front to Jim Sinclair. Off to Mark Peterson there on the right wing, number 6, the young man from Wilson High School in Tacoma. So the Stars again try to build the attack. Get the ball down deep in the corner to Ralph Black. He'll play it off the curl of the boards back to Ray Evans. Got it out in front. There's Mitchell. He scored! Dale Mitchell. And the Stars have taken the lead immediately in the game here as they do it at the 57-second mark, John. That's the way to get the job done in a hurry.
Absolutely. Great start, obviously, for the Stars there. Defended well from the attack from the Sockers, and then developed the play all the way from their own goal. And you can see here, Ralph Black has ended up in the corner with the ball. Plays it back to Ray Evans, who really pinpoints Dale in the far post there, and a great finish by Dale.
So for Dale Mitchell, it's back to the scoring list again. Here it comes again as he picks that corner against Dworsik. And we're back to live action with the Stars leading by a score of 1-0, and the defense doing its job now as they try to protect the area in front of their young goalkeeper, Mats Johansson. Here's Mark Peterson in possession of the ball, but run off. Gary Collier, number 3, pops it forward down the left side, the big fella from Bristol, England. And then it's cleared away again, this time going to Ralph Black. And Ralph will bring it out over his own red line to midfield. Stars on the attack. Ray Evans coming up on the right wing, number 2, the team captain. Crossfield pass, but that will be knocked down by Kaz Dana. The Stars lead 1-0 on the very early goal by Dale Mitchell, who, scoring his 22nd goal of the season, puts the Stars on top at the 52nd mark, with the assists going to... Now we have the ball down deep in the Stars' end. We have a foul called on the play. It'll be against the San Diego Sockers, John. That'll be the first of the match, and there's Ray Evans.
Yes, one of the very early things which we're seeing here, Bob, is in recent games, of course, we've seen teams, when they are defending against us, dropping back very quickly and forming a zone-type box defense around their own penalty area. San Diego, great deal of confidence in themselves.
And they score! Segota came onto the bench on the change of players. And as the Stars tried to clear the ball upfield, Segota just ran onto the unattended ball and drove it like a rocket into the net. They call him the laser because of that great shot, and the young Canadian just let her fly, and Johansson was out of the goal. The ball was free for the taking, and that man right there took it as Johansson tried to clear it out. Here comes Segota off the bench.
In actual fact, what's occurring there, Bob, is, and again, the confidence of San Diego to be able to press forward. When your goalkeeper has the ball, he has to be able to find a clean, open player to play it forward.
Bronco Segota getting his 18th goal of the season unassisted. And now the Stars apply the pressure in this 1-1 game at the present time. And for the Stars there, Joe Waters, number 10, battling in the corner. But out come the San Diego Sockers. The long ball along the right side. That is Segota running on in the corner with Ian Bridge. Bridge momentarily had it, but here's a shot from out in front that went astray with Johansson down. Take the ball down deep into the San Diego zone. Ralph Black battling down there with Brian Schmetzer, a youngster out of Nathan Hale High School in Seattle, playing for San Diego, John.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Bob, if indeed there is a difference, a major difference in the surface, but the pace of the ball on this surface, especially from goalkeeper distribution, seems to be just a touch quicker than certainly our home surface. And we're seeing that ball really taking off the boards when goalkeepers play.
Here's a ball in front, and trying to get a shot out there in front of the goal that time was Joe Waters. Ball is smothered. It's out in front again. A shot, a score! It is McGuire who pumped it in from just inside the box out in front. Number 11, Paul McGuire, his 12th goal of the season. And the Stars go up on top now as they take a 2-1 lead here at San Diego tonight. And that one came at 6:44 of the first quarter.
Here's the replay of it. You see Gorsuch is trying to just play the ball upfield, but in actual fact just plays into a very dangerous area. Paul McGuire quickly onto it and plays it into the back of the net.
2-1 in favor of the Stars now, and playing the ball out of his own defensive end for the San Diego Sockers. Dropping back on it now is Big Gene Willerich, being challenged there by McGuire, brings it up over the center line. That's Willerich down the left side for Paulo Mora, but the first man there clears it out, and McGuire sends it long to midfield once again. Running it down at the back is Kevin Crow. Crow to Gorsuch. And Gorsuch will start the attack again, building it from the back once more for San Diego. Ball into the center circle for Hugo Perez. Goes astray, picked off by Waters. Here's Joe ahead to Gary Heel, racing down the left side. Goes into the corner with Kevin Crow. Gary Heel, number 4, playing it off the boards, trying to get out in front. Crow stays right with him, doing a good defensive job. Now to McGuire. He turns, has a man on the right. It's Ian Bridge coming up in the overlap. Bridge down into the corner. Down goes Gorsuch. He may be hurt. Gorsuch shaken up, and they don't have another goaltender dressed for tonight's match as Gorsuch went down in the collision there right in front of his own goal, and he looked hurt as he went down, John, although the referee, after taking a look, says, no, let's not bring the trainer on.
Yes, you see, I think he caught Gary Heel's foot in the chest or the neck area, in actual fact. You can see it's a free ball. Gary's sliding in, just trying to get a touch to it, and in fact, he did get a touch to the ball, lifted it into Gorsuch's face.
So the foul called on Tacoma, the third of the first quarter, and Gorsuch will put it in play. Gary Heel stays close by now to try and hamper the play. Crow is there, back to Gorsuch. And so the San Diego Sockers have it. Gorsuch, the long throw to midfield, just about a three-line pass. He got it just short of the red line. That is Segota with Bridge, a couple of Canadian Olympic players. Segota knocked Bridge over, but out of there come the Stars now as McGuire is on the ball at midfield. His pass deflected. Gary Heel has it. Heel against Crow, working his way down. Into the left corner it goes. Down in there is Waters, but the ball is taken away by Mora and cleared out into midfield once again.
On those chances and loose balls around the goal.
Black to Dale Mitchell down in the right corner now for the Stars. Mitchell back out to Ralph Black again. Black down in the corner once more to Mitchell as they work it around that box defense with Zungel staying upfield. Now here's Zungel coming back into the play. Ball goes into the corner down on the right side. Mark Peterson there. Back out for Black. Black to Mitchell. Scored! Mitchell from Black and Peterson, and it's a 3-1 soccer match here in San Diego in favor of the Stars. Dale Mitchell, shut out the last time they played, has just scored for the second time in this game. John?
Very, very well composed play. Bob retained possession in the corner there, played it out, and of course Ralph spotted Dale, who found himself some space at the far post, played a beautiful right-footed pass through to Dale. There he is behind Gorsuch, in fact, and makes no mistake from that.
So one more look at the goal, and then we'll take a break here before they get play underway again. But here it is again. Black sends it across. He got it from Peterson in the corner, and Mitchell with the instep drives it in, and we'll be back. The score is 3-1. The Stars on top. We'll be back after timeout on this Channel 11 Tacoma Stars soccer telecast. Here comes Woolrich. He gets around the keeper for a shot and hit the crossbar, and then they hit the glass from up above on Dana. Woolrich and Dana, two outstanding goal scorers. One hit the crossbar, one went high to the glass. Two opportunities. There's another drive out in front by Segota. A collision in the corner. The ball is still loose. Here's a push down by Ian Bridge now, and Dana, no call on it. Here come the Stars. Hold everything now. The referee has made a call. And now I wait and see what we have here as there's an argument going on. Dana and Templin, the official, are going nose to nose right now.
I think the referee called a timeout, referee's timeout. Here we see the replay of that earlier opportunity from San Diego. Woolrich, great run, gets behind our defense, hits the crossbar. Dana hits the glass, And, boy, we're really, we're caught there where we're scrambling around trying to protect our goal. That's 2 occasions when we've had runs which have got behind.
5 seconds right here for station identification. This is Tacoma Stars Soccer.
This is KSTW TV, Channel 11, Tacoma, Seattle.
They'll restart with a drop now in the midfield area right in front of the benches. And it's taken there by Joe Waters. Got it to heel. Here's Waters again. And the ball goes over the glass. Now let's see which way they say it was touched glass. Looks like it will be Tacoma's ball. The Stars will kick it into play. And they will put it in right in front of their own bench. As it is spotted along the line, a few changes being made. Sinclair and Evans come back on the defense. Ralph Black is on the forward line. Peterson comes on. Here comes Dale Mitchell. So, John, the Stars get their starters back in with a 3-1 lead here and 2:44 to go in the first quarter.
Yes, this line's done very well, of course. I think it's accounted for certainly two of the 3 goals, if not all 3.
To go in the period, Wilrich, the tall German, over on the left side to Hugo Perez. Down goes Zungel in front. Got a pretty good bump there from Jimmy Sinclair. Ball in the corner, pinned against the boards. Bicycle kicked out of the corner by Jim Sinclair. Wilrich has it for San Diego. Black battling with him. Black brings it out into the midfield area. He's double teamed there as Mora also gets into the play. That's Paulo Mora, number 5. Forward it goes for Zungel now. Watch out for the quickness. Tried to get it across in front, and Ray Evans will break that up. Evans to Black. Out in front, Zungel picked it off again. Tried to put it in front, but it's headed away. Sinclair clearing. Now Ray Evans out to the red line. Paulo Mora blocks it there. Mora over to the right side. Set up now by Quinn. Here is Brian Quinn working his way to the left from Belfast, Northern Ireland. To Mora off the glass. Ricochets out in front. Dale Mitchell will clear, but Quinn knocks it away from him. Back to Gary Collier. That's Quinn again. And a good sliding tackle there by Sinclair. But it's Gary Collier once again. Ahead to Brian Quinn. To Zungel. Flicks it off to the right to Collier. Out in front it goes. Down goes Johansson in front of Zungel, who's claiming a foul. Johansson clears the ball. Good action around the Tacoma goal. John, you're hoping it would be somewhere else, but it's great action.
It really is, Bob. Very good defensive, offensive pressure from the Sockers, but at the same time, Tacoma really defending well and reacting very, very quickly.
There is the end of the first quarter. We come to the end of the first period here at the San Diego Sports Arena. Major Indoor Soccer League action. The score at the end of 15 minutes. The Tacoma Stars 3, the San Diego Sockers 1. And we'll be back after we take time out on this Channel 11 Tacoma Stars at the other end. Coursing to Paulo Mora. Mora out of his own defensive zone on the right side. San Diego changing on the move now. Wilrich comes on from the bench. And off goes Steve Daly. There's Wilrich over the red line to the attacking zone. Turns in toward the middle. That is Gene Wilrich. Tried to get it over to Zungel, and Ian Bridge popped out of the pack to break that up. Brought it out into the midfield area. There goes Bridge with Hugo Perez clearing the ball away. Bridge is slow getting up. He's limping. He'll come off. Ball to Zungel. Zungel a shot. Got it out in front. It's blocked. Kicked off the line by Waters. A drive and score. Paulo Mora picking up the loose ball at the right side of the box. And John, he played it like a billiard shot. I think it hit every post in the front of the goal on the way in.
Yes, all began, of course, with Ian Bridge getting hurt right down by the boards in front of our bench. Gave San Diego an extra man. You can see that in actual fact we've saved this first one. It's an unfortunate rebound off Mark Peterson that goes straight to Mora, and he's able to find a corner with it.
That was a 3-cushion shot if I ever saw one, as he just had it all off the post. Paulo Mora got it. They rule it an unassisted goal at 4-14, and it is now 3-2 in favor of the Stars. Jimmy McAllister trying to keep the ball in the San Diego end, but Brian they'll play it down the right side. It goes for Zungel in the corner. Tries to get it out in front. Knocked down in front. Out comes Johansson diving into the traffic ahead of Kaz Dina, and then clears the ball out on the left side to Ralph Black. 3-2, the Tacoma Stars have the lead over the San Diego Sockers, the team with the very best record in the MISL. There's a shot to score on a deflection from out on the right side. Ray Evans started it from out on the right side, John, and he's just kind of laughing about that one.
Well, yes, a bit of fortune, deflection. In actual fact, I think there must be a little bit of telepathy going on, Bob, because as Ray was coming down there, I'm trying to encourage him, shoot, Ray, shoot, Ray. He takes his shot, but in actual fact, he's driving it to Mark Peterson that you can see is coming around the back. San Diego player just got a touch to it. Of course, if it There we see, I think it's Crow just got a touch to it. Lawson had reacted to Mark's space at the back post. Good space by Mark. And the ball
side as Heel goes into the corner. Battles there with Clavillo. Down goes Gary Heel. And San Diego clears it out to Kazdina, but then McGuire breaks it up. Paul McGuire back on the left side. Jimmy McAllister sends it deep on the right off the boards for Gary Heel. Tried to pop it up in front, put it over the glass, and out of play.
Great little bit of play there from Gary Heel, obviously. A very, very intense few moments. You can see how tired he is, but some great skills he showed and a lot of intensity in his play around that goal, Bob.
We have 4 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in a rapidly moving first half. This has been a fast-paced game all the way. The Stars on a couple of goals by Dale Mitchell, leading by a score of 4-2 over the San Diego Sockers. The Sockers, who have won 20 of their last 21 games at home, John, and 51 of their last 55. They say that is the best record at home by a professional Major League sports team in the United States. John, the three-line pass, about the only one that stops play in the MISL.
Yes, it really is, Bob, and especially in a game like this, you know, which is end-to-end. I suppose San Diego would feel that was, unfortunately, was a three-line pass because they've broken so quickly out of midfield. They get players forward so rapidly, and indeed they had three right up at that point.
There's Sinclair with a shot off the boards from the dead ball start. And it's cleared right back out of there by San Diego. That's Zungel on the ball, broken up by Ray Evans. They have so far done an excellent job of Zungel. He's been threatening, but he has not been able to score yet in this match. Here's the ball chipped forward again. Zungel, who averages better than 2 goals a game for his entire career, is not quite at that pace this year and has been suffering a bit from the flu, we are told, here in San Diego. He was a questionable performer tonight, but he's been playing after a slow start. Here's Zungel. Got it up against the boards on the right side to Johansson.
I think that's exactly right. He's a player with such great skills and such a great instinct around the goal. I mean, to find that space at the back post there really is pretty remarkable. You see, he keeps the ball live, he plays it back into the corner, but he's still drifting around to the back space. And that ball played off the boards behind Johansson is a very, very good ball indeed to see that and play it into Zungel from that.
11:25 the time. Paulo Mora got an assist on it. Steve Zungel's 28th goal of the season. And now the score is 4-3. And here comes Brian Quinn to Zungel. They want to tie it up. Broken up by Jimmy McAllister. They'd like to get it tied up before halftime, and we're down to 3:19 to go before the intermission, with the Stars leading by a goal. Zungel chesting it back, but Ralph Black takes control. To Ian Bridge. Ian out of Victoria, British Columbia. Sends it long, deep into the corner, high off the glass. Gary Heel takes it in deeper, drives it, deflected in front. Shot is off the glass over the goal by McGuire. McGuire had a chance, John, but it came to him so quickly that he got up alone.
And it's very, very comfortable and very composed in using the boards in an attacking manner.
Whereas Zungel now tried to drive it through. Sinclair broke it up. Zungel ran hard to the ball, but Sinclair held his ground, and now Gene Woolridge kicks it out of play. Sinclair is stockily built little defender. Situation late in games for the Stars. They're going for it, and he just didn't give any ground under the charge by Zungel that time coming after the ball on the board.
Jimmy's not going to, is he? He's very strong. He gives you absolutely everything he's got. He's been a fine player for the club. I referred to young Jimmy McAllister before. I don't know that Jimmy's quite so young anymore. He's got experience now.
We do remember him in his very young days out of Kennedy High School, but he's been around. He's an experienced professional now, but he's still younger than we are. Here's the ball to Johansson back at the Stars end. 4-3. Tacoma has the lead in the second quarter. Ball for Peterson. Looking along well. That's Gary Heel now. Heel over the red line. Makes a good move to get around Clavillo into the right corner. Puts it out in front. Blocked there by Gorsuch. And then played back to him by his defender, Brian Spencer. There's the slow downfield, and there's Ray Evans running into that to cut it off. And it goes over the glass. It'll be a kick-in now for the San Diego Sockers.
That was the same throw again, Bob. Goes at this time, and what they do is they get one-on-ones against your back defender with either Segota or Zungel. But of course, Ray, as you said, was in position to fill the lane and cut it out.
It would appear that the Stars are pretty good. They've done an excellent scouting job on the San Diego attack there. They play the corners with that red line almost anticipating. Here is Segota trying to get a
Long drive downfield, 7 seconds to go in the half, ball in the corner, and a handball called against the Tacoma Stars. And that comes with only 6 seconds remaining in the first half, and Tacoma leading 4-3. Kaz Dana, the team captain there at the ball, wants anxiously to get at it, and now a timeout called by Gorsick. So the San Diego Sockers are going to call a timeout here as Gorsick raced up the field on directions from Ron Newman, the coach, to get the timeout called. And they will come to the sidelines now to talk this over, as with only 6 seconds remaining in the first half and down a goal, San Diego, with a handball foul, has an opportunity from close in.
Yes, they're going to put in a set play, Bob. They obviously feel that in 6 seconds they're going to have one opportunity to create a really good goal-scoring opportunity, and that's what they're going to do. So they'll talk it out, position their players, and I wouldn't be surprised if, in fact, they pull a goalkeeper and put in an extra attacking player, saying that they feel that they can hold the ball and stop Tacoma from getting real opportunities in 6 seconds.
Well, if you think it's exciting tonight, there's more coming your way in person at the Tacoma Dome tomorrow night, when the defending MISL champion Baltimore Blast will take on our Tacoma Stars. Last year's leading scorer plays for Baltimore. He could score only 2 goals against Tacoma. The Stars' Mark Peterson has scored 7 goals against the Blast. So be there for a great matchup tomorrow night at 7:30 in the Dome with the Stars.
That should be a great game, Bob. Baltimore, a very, very good club, obviously, leading the East. Champions from last year, as you said, and I'm looking forward to that game.
Look who's your 6th attacker in the red shirt. It's Zungel.
Steve Zungel, right.
Well, who better? The 6th attacker, Steve Zungel, goalkeeper out at the San Diego end. They press everybody forward. The free kick coming with 6 seconds to go in the half. Stars lead 4-3. Zungel out in front. Wilrich drive, hit the glass, headed away, clear by Jimmy Sinclair. It rolls to midfield, 2-1. There's the horn. The first half is over, and what a first half it was. 2 goals by Dale Mitchell lead the Tacoma Stars to a 4-3 halftime lead over the league-leading San Diego Sockers here at the San Diego Sports Arena. So I'll tell you, we had a great first half. Here's that play again. Look how close, John, as Wilrich puts it on the glass just up from the upper right corner, and Jimmy Sinclair heads it clear, and the clock runs out at halftime. The halftime score, the Tacoma Stars 4, the San Diego Sockers 3. During halftime, we will meet up close and personal Freddie Goodwin, the coach of the Tacoma Stars. Stay with us for that. It's coming up next. But first, we take time out on this Channel 11 Tacoma Stars soccer telecast.
All right, let's go, good night. Good job. What's going on?
A head coach in the Major Indoor Soccer League lives in the eye of a hurricane. Everything around him races at a frenzied pace, yet he must be calm and in control. The man at the helm for the Tacoma Stars is Freddie Goodwin. Success is no stranger to Freddie Goodwin. Indeed, every team he has been associated with has been a winner. He was born in Manchester, England in 1933. His formidable size, speed, and durability enabled him to sign on with the Manchester United Football Club at age 15. Just 5 years later, he saw his first action as a full professional in England's prestigious First Division. He was a gifted natural athlete who not only played professional soccer, but cricket as well. Forced to make a choice between the 2 sports, Goodwin decided to focus his abilities entirely on soccer. He received recognition immediately. Success came naturally. Freddie Goodwin became a star. Goodwin enjoyed 12 successful seasons in England, including an appearance in Wembley Stadium's FA Cup final in 1958. In 1965, he suffered a career-ending injury and focused his attentions on coaching.
When I got injured, I wanted to go into management and got the opportunity of becoming manager of a 3rd division club in England called Scunthorpe United. And it was then that I started managing. At that time, I was the youngest Football League manager. I think I was just 29 at the time.
In 1967, Freddie Goodwin was lured to the United States, where soccer was being introduced professionally for the first time. He spent 2 years as coach of the New York Generals and then returned home after the league folded in 1969. Goodwin honed his coaching skills for 6 years in England, and then in 1975, he was asked to coach a franchise in the newly founded North American Soccer League. Once again, Goodwin crossed the Atlantic in an attempt to bring pro soccer to the United States. His club, the Minnesota Kicks, was an immediate success, both in the stands and on the field. In 1983, Freddie Goodwin joined the Tacoma Stars as Vice President, Director of Personnel. However, when the team got off to a poor start, Freddie stepped in as head coach as well. The Stars were 1-11, the worst record in indoor soccer. But by the end of the season, they had climbed to an impressive 22-26 total, the best record posted by a first-year franchise. Just as other teams he coached had done, the Stars responded to the Goodwin philosophy of coaching.
When you first come into coaching, you start off as an idealist, where you believe you can make players and do everything to them. You don't expect them to make mistakes. But as you move along, you very quickly have to become a realist. And if you don't really survive in the game. And I think you realize at that point that you have to play to the strengths of the players, build on those strengths. Confidence is a very vital factor in anybody's performance. You've got to build those confidences up. And you have to sort of blend the different strengths of players together in a cohesive unit. The biggest problem in soccer at all levels really is fear. There are too many people who are frightened of losing, are frightened of making mistakes. I hate to see players performing under those sort of circumstances. I love to see them enjoying it. I love to see them confident and even arrogant at times in the play. I love to see that sort of confidence in a player. And so I'm an offensively minded coach. I'd like to play the game in their penalty area rather than ours. I feel that attack is the best form of defense. There obviously has to be a balance.
Goodwin achieves that balance by getting the Stars to play to their full potential. He is a strong advocate for good fitness, and he puts his team through rigorous conditioning exercises each training session. However, Freddie Goodwin's most effective talent as a coach is his ability to communicate.
I just want to talk a little bit about the game on Saturday and the difference between the first half and the second half in our play. Did you feel yourselves any different the first half and the second half?
What is the biggest mistake in your mind that a coach can make in coaching?
I think overcoaching. I think you can fill players' heads with too many ideas and too many coaching points, and it becomes very difficult for players sometimes to absorb everything. You know, every player is different. Some players are capable of accepting and absorbing coaching much more than others.
Indoor soccer is a game of quick thinking by players and coaches. Before each contest, a specific game plan is carefully worked out. During a game, however, Freddie Goodwin must adjust to the flow of the action, much like an experienced chess player counters his opponent's moves.
We have a basic pattern of play which we try and play to, and so I look at that to see whether we're succeeding in that. And if we're not succeeding, of course, why aren't we succeeding? Is it because we're not doing something, or is it because the opposition are stopping us doing something? And if they are, what's the alternative?
Let's keep working like we're doing here, and it's just hard work, it's just great. Let's talk about it and confront them. Okay, let's go, let's better, come on.
Basically what I aim for with these players, you know, irrespective of who we're playing, I believe the players have an obligation to give the very best all the time for the full 60 minutes, no matter who they're playing or whatever the score is. You know, their job is just to go out and play to the best of their ability. And it doesn't matter what the score is. You know, and if it's the right thing to go and challenge somebody and chase them, then it's the right thing whether you're winning 9-0 or whether you're losing 2-0. So I aim for a consistency of performance from them, and I don't criticize them on the result. I'm a very great believer in their performance. Is the critical factor they have to concern themselves. My responsibility is the result. Their responsibility is to perform to the best of their ability.
Away from the game, Freddie Goodwin maintains a low-key profile. He enjoys the water. He's been an avid sailor for many years. He resides in a quiet suburban area overlooking the Tacoma Narrows. And throughout a career filled with numerous moves and changes, Freddie Goodwin has been supported by his wife, Sylvia.
If you and Freddie are sitting down to decide on a career right now, would you vote yes to let's do the same thing again?
Yes, I would. I think it's been terrific, really. It's had its tough times, it's had its fabulous times. And yes, I'd do it all over again.
In the ever-changing world of professional sports, it is difficult to be certain just what the future holds. Stars fans can only hope this man will continue to work his magic here in Tacoma. One thing is for sure. Wherever Freddie Goodwin is, soccer fans can expect a winner. Half just underway. The score 4-3. Tacoma Stars over the San Diego Sockers here at the Sports Arena in San Diego. The Sockers 14-4 coming in, the best record in either division of the Major Indoor Soccer League this year. The Baltimore Blast, the team that is the defending champion of the MISL, will be in Tacoma tomorrow night. So what a big 1-2 punch for the Tacoma Stars, and what a great start it would be if they could hold on, John, to this lead and take away a victory. But there's still a big half to go against a very fine team.
Oh, yes, the game is a long, long way from any kind of result for either side.
There's Zungel again as Dana played it off the board. Zungel tried to run on, and he comes away shaking his head as he missed that one. As Johansson cut the angle on him. Ball in midfield. There's Dale Mitchell battling. Drops it back now. Here's Rowe on for the first time in the match. Off on the right side to Evans. Got it out in front. Blocked by Gary Collier in front of the goal. And cleared away once again by the San Diego Sockers. So Peter Rowe, number 8, is on for his first shift of the night for the Tacoma Stars. Gene Woolrich with the ball to Paulo Mora over on the left side. Now crossfield to the right wing. It goes to Gary Collier. The bearded defender from Bristol, England. Ahead it goes now to Zungel. Does his little dance. They go 1-2 and back to Zungel. But look at Johansson get the knees together that time and block the shot as Zungel tried to take it right in between his legs.
What a great little 1-2 by Zungel. He unbalanced the defenders and then played his 1-2 so that he could get himself a yard of space. Great skill.
Nice pass there by Heel for Rowe for a shot that's blocked by Gary Collier again. He's a rock at that defense for San Diego. Here's Mora up the left side. They found Zungel again in the attacking zone. Bridge on him back to Woolrich. A shot and a good save by Johansson, and then Bridge clears it out in the middle. Ball sent by Rowe to midfield. Run on to back there by Brian Schmetzer, number 2 for the San Diego Sockers. That's Paulo Mora. A left-footed drive, and down goes Johansson, and right there to try and deflect it was Zungel again.
Again, interfering with the goalkeeper's view, just always ready for a little touch. Very back into defensive positions.
All right, we'll take a break right here. 4-3 Tacoma Stars lead to San Diego Sockers in San Diego, and we'll be back after timeout. No, we will not take a... All right, we'll take our break, and we'll take timeout on this Tacoma Stars Channel 11. Ready to resume play here at the San Diego Sports Arena now. Tacoma Stars 4, San Diego Sockers 3. Zungel took the ball on the pass and then sent it on back. Now it goes to Woolrich out of the middle of the attacking zone. Tries to penetrate, got it through to Zungel. It's loose out in front. Run onto by McAllister, who clears it out. Schmetzer blocks it. Schmetzer ahead now right at the top of the penalty arc. Ball goes to Woolrich again against Ralph Black. They'll go down in the right corner off the board. Zungel scored! Zungel from right in front gets his second goal of the night, 29th of the season, as he was right on the spot again. The ball came off the boards from Gene Woolrich, and Zungel just hammered it home.
Here's the rebound, Bobby. You can see the rebound in actual fact splits both of our defenders, and Zungel, quick as a flash, is right on the edge of it and just places it in the corner of the net. Nothing he could do about it. Woolrich contains the ball well, plays the rebound, splits our defenders, and there's Zungel to put it home.
29th goal of the year for Steve Zungel, and it is a tie match now at 4-4. The Tacoma Stars and the San Diego Sockers all deadlocked at 4 apiece. And John, a bit of concern now begins to edge around my thinking processes here. We have not seen Mark Peterson in this second half yet, and we are just about at the midpoint of the third quarter. Stopped by the third official over there and came back on the field. 2:04 to go in the third quarter. Tacoma 4, San Diego 4, and both sides will take advantage of the break here to change players now. 4-4 tie match. Tacoma home tomorrow night. They'll fly out of here early in the morning and take on the Baltimore Blast in their next game. That'll be tomorrow night at the Tacoma Dome. Well, I've been talking about Safety Star Night tomorrow at the Dome. Well, here's another special event coming up. Tacoma News Tribune Dollar Night on Wednesday, January 23rd. It was such a huge success last year that your Tacoma Stars are repeating this great event just for you. Be sure to check your newspaper for all the details and special coupons. Remember the date, Wednesday, January 23rd for Tacoma News Tribune Dollar Night. August back to Gorsuch now as we're inside 2 minutes to go in the third period. To Segota, trying to get by McAllister and get over the red line. One man back. Here's a tap over. Zungel in front. A shot blocked out in front by Joe Waters. Waters got a foot to the ball and blocked it away in front of Johansson. Down floor it goes now to Heel. Heel on the right side. They'll call it a three-line pass. Gary Heel trying to run onto that ball, but it was ruled a three-line pass. And so after the near miss by Zungel looking for a hat trick tonight, John, the San Diego Sockers will have the free kick at the Tacoma red line.
Yes, and once again, that chance was created by that throw from the goalkeeper. Segota was on the boards that time, and Zungel breaking very, very quickly. They haven't been playing Zungel and Segota together that much tonight, but here's now Zungel. You can see him on the far post, composed, and I think it's Johansson gets an arm to it. Very, very good reaction save because Zungel is so close there.
I thought when we saw it the first time that it was Waters got a foot to it, but it cleared his foot, and it was Johansson that got that left hand on the ball very quickly. Gene Woolrich will kick it in play. From the red line, he flicks it high for Zungel. Bridge is on him now. Bridge has done a pretty good job on Zungel. Here's the ball to Joe Waters. Waters racing up over the red line. Pass on the right wing for Gary Heel. Collision there with Brian Schmetzer. Heel comes up with the ball. Heel on the attack. Down the right side to Waters. Out to Heel for a shot. Score! It is Gary Heel from Joe Waters on an excellent combination. John, they really put that one together.
Really, very, very nice little give and go with Joe Waters, and there's the result of it. Gary Heel, good to see him score, Bob. He's been playing very well, working tremendously hard. Hasn't had the best of luck in front of goal. There he is, strikes it well, keeps it low, and it goes, in fact, between Gorsuch's legs.
11th goal of the season for Gary Heel. Joe Waters gets his 8th assist. And that one came at 13:43. The Stars lead it by a score of 5-4. Ian Bridge there resting. Bob Lenarduzzi, number 9, with him on the bench. And play quickly resumes here on the field. With the ball, Gene Woolrich racing down the right side for the San Diego Sockers, trying to get the equalizer here. Out comes Johansson. Ball loose. Zungel in front of the ball is cleared away. That was Sinclair who went down in the crowd and cleared it away to the glass. It's over the top now as Ralph Black and Dana battled for it. They rule it off Dana. Fans won't like that one here in San Diego.
I think there was a little bit of uncertainty, and in those situations, referees are probably going to give it to the defensive team if it's not a clear cut for one side.
Mitchell is down. We'll have a foul call on Kaz Dana. Third San Diego foul of this quarter. Quickly in play to Evans at the red line on the right side. 8 seconds. Headed out by Dana. Coming forward now is Sinclair. Peterson on the right wing. Peterson sends it in deep for Mitchell. Off the boards, and there's the horn. The third quarter is over. At the end of 3, the score here in San Diego tonight, the Tacoma Stars 5, the San Diego Sockers 4, and we take timeout on this Channel 11 Tacoma lead 5-4 here with 12:42 remaining to play in the match. Stars at this point of the season, 3 games better overall than they were at the same number of games last year. McGuire ready, drops it back for a shot and a score by Waters. Waters on the set piece that time as McGuire rolled it back to him and he drove it into the roof of the net. John, a good goal.
Very good goal. A lot of guile and disguise in that goal. The last place that San Diego expected that ball to be placed was the backside of the wall. You can see everybody's coming this side, thinking McGuire, in actual fact, is probably going to be the target or part of the play. Waters struck that ball tremendously well.
And so for Joe Waters, it is goal number 4 for the season, and for the Stars, a 6-4 lead. And now the pressure mounts on the San Diego Sockers here to try to get something back and get it. Waters for a drive that bounced off the back that time of Gene Woolrich, and Woolrich brings it right back. 10:25 to go in the match. 6-4 Tacoma leads. Long one for Zungel down the right side. He'll take it in front. Here's a shot. He scored. Oh, what a move by Zungel. Zungel took it off the boards. That may go unassisted as he took the ball off the boards, played it around. The defender made a great turn, John, and got the goal.
Yeah, you can see Zungel is so well balanced. Here he is. He turns quickly and just a first-time left foot shot, which is not that hard, but it's very close to the goalkeeper. There's the turn. It's so close to the goalkeeper, and he indeed is so close as well, so the goalkeeper cannot get down to touch the ball. And he probably placed it right there. A super goal, super individual skill by Zungel.
Hat trick for Zungel now. That is his 4th hat trick of the season. 3 goals, a hat trick, and that is the 4th time he's done it. Peterson with the ball back to Sinclair. Out on the right side it goes now as the Stars try to get back into the flow of the attack. 6-5 is the score now, as San Diego narrows it once again down to a 1-goal margin. Zungul stays on, and the pass for him hit the glass, came away. Mitchell got it back at goal.
And a lot of good goals, good skills by individual players, great competition.
Here's Mitchell to Evans, puts it in front, score! Mark Peterson from Mitchell and Evans, and it's a 2-goal Tacoma lead again. Right back, it is Mark Peterson scoring with Mitchell and Evans getting the assist. John?
Yes, here you can see Dale. He's done it well. He's played the ball to Ray. Ray, a beautiful pass to Mark, who's found open space for himself on the back post. There it is again. Crisply hit, splits the defense. Great pass by Ray, and well finished by Mark.
And Gorsuch not a chance as the ball was perfectly placed to an open man. Stars lead it 7-5. So that negates that last goal that brought San Diego within 1, Zungul's 3rd goal of the match. Zungul stays on. Down the right side goes the pass. Ball taken by Brian Quinn. In front, Zungul again. Tried to backdeal a pass. There's a shot deflected in front. Zungul, his shot goes over the top. Was it deflected? Yes, it'll be a corner kick. A corner kick deflected by Ray Evans. And now we'll have a change of players. The Stars making a change with Bridge and Leonard Ducey coming on to play defense. McGuire and Waters and Gary Heel coming on to play as the front line people. Steve Zungul getting a real workout here right now. He has stayed on for one long shift for a man who reportedly had a touch of the flu and was a questionable performer coming into the game. Now, at this important time,
I didn't have too many questions he was going to play, Bob.
Here's a quick break now by McGuire up the right side, drives along when Gorsuch trying to get back, blocked it with his foot and grabs the ball back in the box. So McGuire trying to take advantage of the fact that Gorsuch was upfield. Now Gorsuch got the ball ahead. Segota got it, but it goes on back again as Bob Leonard-Ducey clears it. Leonard-Ducey and Segota, members of the Canadian Olympic team together, battling. Ball comes out in the midfield area. Brian Quinn has it. Quinn sends it forward for Zungul again. Bridge knocked it away to the boards. Zungul once again back for Quinn. He's challenged there on the boards by Joe Waters, and it's down in the corner. 2 men go after Zungul. Zungul is down. Ball comes out to Gary Heel. Heel controlling the ball in his own defensive end. 7-5. Stars lead here. 8:35 to go in the match. Heel goes down as he crossed the red line. 2-minute penalty coming up for Brian Quinn on the trip. So, John, that'll be a big help. The Stars will go to the power play again.
Yes, here you can see the replay of it. Gary's got good control. There's no way Quinn can get this ball. It's obviously really a deliberate kick and justifiably a 2-minute penalty for it. There's no question about that. In fact, there was no argument about it.
Side that patented San Diego soccer play to start the attack. Stars get the ball. Peterson back to Ralph Black. 4:47 to go in the match. Stars lead it by 2, 7-5. The Stars trying to clear it there. Evans winds up on the deck. Zungul with the ball in front for Wilrich, and they score! And I think it went in off Dale Mitchell, John. It looked like Mitchell back to try and clear it. May have been the last man to touch it. And Gorsuch has now limped to the bench for San Diego. Here it is again.
Zungul plays it inside, and as you can see, Dale, unfortunately, the ball gets tangled in his feet and into the back of the net. Nothing which Johansson or anybody else can do about it. Here it is again. Dale, it's right underneath his feet. He can't get it out from underneath there, and it goes in back of the net. An unfortunate goal for the Stars. But if they keep battling, Bob, keep performing as they have been doing, then who knows? Maybe they'll come back and get another goal.
We have 3 minutes, 1 second remaining. The score here at the San Diego Sports Arena is the Tacoma Stars 7, the San Diego Sockers 6. And I'll tell you, the fans are getting a wild one here tonight, John. They may be a bit amazed that the Stars have come in here with their 7-12 record and have led most of the way through this game from the first minute when they scored. Ron Newman now trying to figure out what exactly he can do. Ron diagramming there on a sheet of paper, now calls his players together, and guess what Freddie Goodwin is doing? He's got that notepad in his hand as well.
Yes, I suppose from the Stars' point of view, it was an unfortunate time for that goal to come. If you had a 2-goal lead at this point, it's a different game. It's such a game of momentum, Bob, and that goal really swung the momentum back again. It gave all the initiative to San Diego, And by the way, the reason why the referee didn't give that foul, or that apparent foul there, for the Sockers when Zungul went down, was that Zungul stepped in front of the player who was running for the ball.
All right, we're going to get a look at the close one here. Here you see Brian Quinn with the ball down the right side. He'll get the shot from there. It gets out in front. And now watch what happens right here in front as the ball hits the post inside and caroms all the way across in front. And the Stars have a life. And now the sixth attacker, San Diego, and Zungul puts on the red shirt of the goalkeeper. He will be the sixth attacker. And if you think the excitement has been something here this evening in San Diego, wait till the Stars get home tomorrow night against the Eastern Division leaders, the defending MISL champions, the Baltimore Blast, at 7:30. And that game will be in the Tacoma Dome, 7:30. There is Zungul in the red shirt. He has the ball to start play. They call a timeout with the ball down there. We have a whistle on the play, and a foul is called on Rowe. That'll be the second foul on Tacoma. We're down to 1:12 to go, John.
Very fortunate there not to get a 2-minute penalty, Bob. He, in actual fact, got Segoda's legs caught between his, and it could easily have been called intentional tripping.
Now it is Zungul at the ball as it is spotted there, just off the top left corner of the penalty area. Here's the run forward. Zungul sends it over to the right to Wilrich. Out of the middle it goes Segoda. Back to Zungul. He drives one, blocked by Ray Evans. Ball comes out against the glass over the red line. Now back comes Wilrich again on the right side. Wilrich with the ball. Here's a drive off the boards, off Johansson. Wilrich got it again, back to Segoda. Shot over the glass, and it'll be a goal kick with 56 seconds remaining to play in the match here in San Diego tonight. And the Tacoma Stars are really playing their hearts out here tonight. John, I don't want to say this is their best performance of the season, but to do it here in San Diego certainly gives it a great big boost in that direction.
Tremendous job tonight, but at the same time, this is life in the trenches, Bob. There's a lot of time, in actual fact, on the clock. Although there's only seconds out there, that's a lot of time. And here the fellows are just battling for their lives.
Johansson to Sinclair, long one downfield, 3-line pass. Jimmy Sinclair trying to send it deep, sent it a little too far from behind his own red line, over the center line, over the other red line, a 3-line pass. San Diego, 42 seconds, quickly in play. Wilrich out front, a drive, knocked down in front by Ralph Black. Came to Segoda, back out to Zungul, the man they want on the ball. Now to the left side, Wilrich, a drive is deflected in front. Segoda back to Wilrich. Wilrich with Dana on the left, moves to the right side, tried to send it through, blocked. Down goes Sinclair, who made the stop in front. Ball up against the boards, 22 seconds. Ball rolls back out along the boards, taken by Segoda. Black after him, out to Zungul, 17 seconds. Zungul ahead on the left side now to Dana. Dana down in the corner. Quinn, they got it out in front, cleared away by the defense again, 10 seconds to go. Stars lead at 7-6. Zungul, one last chance, a shot deflected off the glass, on the ground in front, kicked high by Lenarduzzi, 2 seconds, 1 second, and they stop the clock as the ball goes over the boards. 1 second left to play. Stars 7, San Diego Soccer 6 here in San Diego. They hardly have time for anything but just to kick the ball toward the goal. Can they make it? The Stars will try to block it. Ralph Black out to face Bronco Segoda's free kick now. His kick in. Here's the run forward, the drive, send it in front. Ball deflected, Stars win it. It's over. The Tacoma Stars have won it. The final score, Tacoma 7, the San Diego Soccer 6. And for only the second time in 22 games, San Diego has been beaten at home. They are beaten by the Tacoma Stars by a score of 7-6 in a wide-open end-to-end soccer match. John, it was a thriller.
What a great effort, Bob. I'm so pleased for the players. They worked hard, came in here. As we said at the top of the show, you know, one of the great challenges, really, to come in and play a team like this. And what a great effort and a fine reward for them. And now on to Baltimore.
On to Tacoma to meet Baltimore. Let's not go to Baltimore yet. On to the Tacoma Dome, because that will be a gigantic tomorrow night. Now the Stars come in as perhaps a marked team for tomorrow night's match. Starts at 7:30, and the Stars take on the Eastern Division leaders from Baltimore tomorrow night at 7:30. We'll be back to recap it all for you. A 7-6 Stars victory over San Diego here in San Diego. But first we take time out on this Channel 11 Tacoma Stars soccer telecast.